Welcome to the Spirited Scorpio channel. On today's No Techniques, Just Vibes, we're in the kitchen. What I'm gonna do now is just prep the vegetables that I'm gonna put in the green beans and the rice. I'm making blackened red snapper. I just cut the snapper. It's a little not symmetrical. Hopefully it doesn't hurt how it cooks. Usually Chris does it. He's not here. So what I'm gonna do right now is just cut the vegetables and get the seasonings together for the blackened seasoning for the fish and for some of the rice. So yeah, very basic. I can go ahead and rub it on, and so the snapper can kind of like soak in some of the seasonings. So I'm following I do follow recipes, but it's very loose, just vibes. So I got all the seasoning. They suggested a little bit extra because it's always better to add what you like. They do have measurements, but we don't measure in this house. So we're gonna take salt. Obviously, not too much. You can always add if you need to. I do like to test after I make a little concoction. Thyme leaves. Oregano, dried oregano. You just kind of like smell it. What do we feel like more of today? Obviously some pepper. And I forget how much pepper they said, but clearly you want to blacken your fish, so you need a lot of pepper. Can never have too much garlic powder. Always got to get the big ones because so much garlic powder goes in everything, and I like to use a little extra than I do with the other ones. I wanted to get a thing to put on my shirt so that people can see. Ooh, the garlic powder got me. Onion powder, not as much as the garlic powder, but almost. And Chris doesn't like food as spicy as I like food. So I have to be very careful with the cayenne. If it was up to me, probably put as much as like the onion powder, but I'm just gonna do a little sprinkle because all you need is a little kick. I'm gonna just do a little bit more. This is gonna go on several different ones. And paprika, which is important for blackening also. So a bunch of that. I'm gonna mix it around and then add some more after I taste it. Why do these not look clean? I don't know. These cleaning people that we had come the other day, I don't know about them doing the dishes. I might just have to do the dishes before they come. Nicholas, I'm gonna walk you after I cook. Because you got walked at 10 a.m. today, and that was a little late. And you can just hold your horses. Yes. And then mix it around. Is this gonna be enough? We shall see, because I also need some for the rice, but we'll get to that later. Can do it over again if we need to. It looks really nice. I love it. Usually I just do First of all, sir, I already sent her an email. Did you want to be CC'd on it? I'm trying to help you in your inbox. Yes, I already reached out to her, and I'm about to forward you the email so you can see. Y'all are getting on my nerves, thinking I'm not doing my job. It smells really good. It smells really good. Okay, I'm gonna taste a little bit. That does have really good flavor. I'm trying to think what's missing. And honestly, nothing. I just wonder if it's enough. So, okay, I'm gonna have a stand situation. over here, and I actually need to pat the flesh side dry. I did already, but it really should be 100% dry. It makes for better blackening and better seasoning. Can you see? You can kind of see. I'm gonna have to figure out the angle in here. I don't know. I don't be knowing. Fish can get a little raunchy. If it's one thing about it. Okay, so we're gonna take our seasoning and we're gonna rub it on the flesh side. We're gonna just try to do a little bit on each. I'm just pouring, trying to, ooh, that was a lot. Trying to allocate as much as possible. So at this point, I was just trying to make sure that all parts of the flesh side of the red snapper fillets were well seasoned and rubbed in all over, because obviously you want to make sure that your fish is blackened all over and that there's flavor all over. Now I'm moving on to add a little bit of olive oil for the rice. I want to saute the vegetables first, so that's what I'm doing here. I'll add in garlic and butter. More water. 1.5 cups of water for every 1 cup of rice, and I just did 3 cups. So 1.5. It's like double. So I technically could probably do 2 cups of rice. So I might do that, and then I'll just play it by ear. I'm not really good at math. I don't. Okay. I don't know how to open this, and now I can't. God damn. Lord, my arm, my hand. Come on. The daggone stuff is about to start boiling and I don't have the rice out. There we go. Wow, that hurt. I-N-D-E-N-D-E-N-E-N-T. Do you know what that means? I know how to spell independent, y'all, okay? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that means? I did have to think. So we're going to do 2 cups. Just so you know, I had already added water and chicken broth to the rice before I put the rice in. Now I'm moving on to the green beans. I like to start off with olive oil and a little bit of butter. Butter goes on everything in our house. So that's what you see me doing here. Then I put in my onions. I always love to put onions in, you know, our side vegetables. Once they saute, I'll add in garlic and some seasonings for green beans and a lot of other veggies that we cook as sides. I like to use Morton's like basic blend. It's like salt, pepper, garlic, onion, some dried herbs. And then we also have this vegetable seasoning from McCormick's that I really like. And I like to mix in the seasoning while I'm sauteing the onions and garlic. I just think it adds to the flavor. Then I'll put in the green beans, which you'll see me do in a second. You missed the commentary here about how some people wash them again, even though it's pre-washed, but nothing bad has ever happened to me and I've never gotten sick. So I'm lazy and I don't rewash them. Now moving on to the red snapper. This is a video I took the following day because I was using a stand for my cell phone and I didn't get a good angle of it actually cooking. And this video is about the red snapper fillet being blackened. So I thought that this would be useful. These fillets I saved from the previous day. They were already seasoned and I had them in the refrigerator. As you see, I added some olive oil, probably about a teaspoon or a tablespoon. Added a little bit of butter, probably half a tablespoon. I find that adding butter along with the olive oil helps blacken it. I like to use olive oil because it's healthier and not some other fatty, you know, oil like vegetable oil or canola oil. So the butter really helps make sure that it gets blackened and that the texture is nice and crispy. The heat is on medium high, mostly medium. You'll see, obviously I just placed them flesh side down. the skin side is up, I do like to add a little bit of seasoning to the skin side. Nothing with salt, because we have enough salt, you know, on the flesh side. You don't want it to be too salty, but you'll see that I'll probably add like garlic powder, onion, you know, things like that. And now it's just cooking. If you hear, this is speeded up, and if you hear the TV in the background, bonus points if you can guess what movie my husband is watching. And the thing about blackening fish is once you know, lay it in the pan and it's really getting a nice crisp to it, you just leave it. You don't want to touch it too much and move it around too much. I let this cook on medium-high heat for about 7 minutes. Fish does not need to cook that long. You do not want overcooked fish. So I let this, you know, go for about 7 minutes before I flipped it. And then once I flip it, I don't leave it on for that long, probably just like 3 minutes. So it's almost ready to be flipped. These are the sides from yesterday, the rice and the green beans. The rice had some veggies and onions and stuff in it. Okay, now the fun part. I'm flipping. There was really no need to check. I knew that it was going to be blackened because it had been searing for 7 minutes. The thing about these sort of fillets too is you need to press them down once you flip them so that they don't puff up and curl up because they will. So that's what I'm doing here, very gently, obviously not to affect the, you know, seasoning and the crisp of it. You know, you don't want that to come off. So yeah, you flip it and then make sure to press it at various parts of the fillet so that it doesn't curl up and your fillet stays nice and flat. And voila, you have blackened red snapper with some yummy sides, some wild rice and green beans. Hope you enjoy if you do try this.